Hello, hello, and welcome to Bitesized Podcast. I'm your host, Sandaly. Bitesized Podcast is a nutrition podcast focused on nourishing moms wherever they are in their motherhood journey, whether you're pregnant, postpartum, trying to conceive, or about to start the solids journey with your little one. If that sounds like you, be sure to subscribe and join our dinner parties every week. We're making the jump over to postpartum today and introducing this very special time in the journey of motherhood. I wanted to go over what this time might look like and what to expect. I think often this time in a mother's life is severely overlooked and so much attention is on the baby. I totally get it. Who doesn't love a fresh newborn with the sweet coos and endless cuddles? But we need to put an emphasis on mom too. So let's go over a few things. Postpartum is actually a 6-week period that Western medicine has said is when the mother's hormones return to normal and the uterus should shrink back down to its non-pregnant state. This puts focus solely on the physical and does not take into account the emotional and mental state she may be in. The first 40 days is a more holistic approach to this time as it is respected and recognized in many cultures. It's seen as a resting period and a pampering time for the new mother, often in isolation from the rest of the world. Now, when comparing the two, I know I'm personally taking up the pampering. The other newer term we're hearing is the fourth trimester. Now, personally, the logical mathematician side of me is not pleased with the name because how can there be a fourth try? Try is 3. But irregardless of that, the term was coined by Dr. Harvey Karp. While originally used to refer to the development of the baby in the first 3 months outside of the womb, it sometimes now is also used to consider the woman's journey into motherhood during this time as well. Which brings us to matrescence. Like the word adolescence, which is that fine time of becoming a teenager, matrescence is similar. It is the change of becoming a mother, a transition that involves changing of hormones, body, and relationships. This more holistic term is flexible in timing rather than a set number of days. It varies from individual to individual and pregnancy to pregnancy as it recurs with each child. This brings me to my point of bounce back culture. Let's just talk about it for a second. If you, like me, fell in love with the idea of matrescence, then I think we can agree. We could never expect a teenager to go from adolescence back to childhood. We cannot expect or wish their voices to change back to those high-pitched angelic ones, or their breasts to sink back, or their height to half. So why then should we expect or even praise a mother for bouncing back? Your entire life has shifted. You've become a new person with new rules. I totally understand the urge of missing your body the way it was, the way clothes may fit you, your independence, whatever it may be. But let's acknowledge that you can and will enjoy your life again in your new motherhood state. It's okay if those jeans never fit again, and it's okay to buy new ones. Focus on your health, the health of your baby, and your new relationship states. It took 9 months to grow your new BFF, so give yourself at least that to even start thinking about changing your body. Focus on your health and be content with that. Rant over. Now let's talk about that isolation from the world I mentioned in the first 40 days. This is certainly not required, and I don't actually recommend it. While you will likely be spending a lot of time at home, especially if this is your first getting comfortable with newborn life, my recommendation is to try get outside for a few reasons. Staying indoors, especially for 40 days, can increase your risk of vitamin D deficiency. Makes sense, no sun inside. It's also a risk for baby as it can cause rickets, which is a prolonged deficiency in vitamin D and can cause softening and weakening of bones. Vitamin D deficiency and limited movement may also increase the risk of postpartum depression. So I'm not recommending rigorous activity, but getting outside for a walk is a great option. Go show off that beautiful stroller you bought and your beautiful newborn. On my website, which is bitesizedpodcast.com, I have a resources page which includes some books I recommend. These books are about nutrition, self-care, and restoring vitality, so be sure to check that out, but I'll link my favorites on Instagram as well. Over the next couple of weeks, we will be covering some great basics for the first-time mom, like building your postpartum support system, how to address visiting guests, and nourishing those early days with food and hydration. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Don't forget, I do have a couple of discount codes for you. If you're looking for prenatal vitamins, some supplements, probiotics, stress support, men's multivitamin, whatever it may be, Needed has amazing options for you, and I have a code which is Bitesized for 20% off your order. I also have a code with Ovry for all your pregnancy test, ovulation test, or male fertility test needs. and that code is Bitesized10 for 10% off. While you're probably not planning for baby number 2 already, especially in that early newborn phase, the ovulation tests are a great way to help track your ovulation because your period may not return, but it is still possible for you to get pregnant. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all over the places at bitesized.podcast. If you're wondering how to support Bitesized Podcast, the best way would be to share it with a friend who would enjoy it and also leave us a rating and a review, preferably 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up this video, and in case no one has told you today, you look radishing. Bye! Although I am a certified holistic nutrition consultant, I am not your consultant. The information herein is purely for entertainment and educational purposes only and does not always apply to your specific needs. While I strive to provide you the most up-to-date information about nutrition, this is not a substitute for professional and medical advice, and you should definitely speak to your personal healthcare practitioner for advice tailored to you.